प्रणाम महाराज। আমাদের बंकी महाराज स्वामी योगस्थानंद जी महाराज को मेरा प्रणाम। और बीच में थोड़ा दर्शन दिया था हम एक धरानंद जी महाराज, उनको भी प्रणाम। So I will be more comfortable if I speak in English. So kindly excuse me. हिंदी भी बोलेंगे बट इतना शुद्ध हिंदी बोल नहीं पाएंगे। बहुत दिन से हिंदी की टच नहीं है, तो कर्तव्य क्या है ये टॉपिक है। तो हम सबको काम तो करना ही पड़ेगा। सो नहीं कश्चित् क्षणमपि जातु तिष्ठति कर्म कृत्। Without doing work, we cannot remain even for a minute. So once we work, so the next question is what work we should do, whether we should do it or not to do it. So that question always comes. Kim karma kiva karmeti kavayo yatra mohitaha. Even the wise people are confused. What is duty and what is not duty? So it is natural for even ordinary people like us to have doubts. What is my duty? What should I do? So where can we get the help? So दैनंदिन जीवन में हम लोग का कर्तव्य क्या है, इसका हम लोग किधर से मार्गदर्शन पा सकेंगे। गीता में भगवान बोला तस्मात् शास्त्रम प्रमाणमते कार्य अकार्य व्यवस्थितो यान्त्वा शास्त्र विदोनोक्तम कर्म कर्तुम् इहार्हसि. So you make shastras your pramana. So shastras will be the pramana to decide what is our duty. हम लोग का कर्तव्य क्या है, इसको ये समझने के लिए हम शास्त्र का मदद लेना पड़ेगा। एंड शास्त्रों का जो प्रॉब्लम क्या है, शास्त्रों it is like a vast ocean. It tells different things to different people, and it is very difficult to really understand the real import of shastras. So for example, say whether bhakti is greater or jnana is greater, whether work is greater or meditation is greater, whether the path of householder is greater or whether it is sannyasa is greater. So like this, even shastras also, more we read shastras, then there is a chance we are confused also. So where do we turn? So हम लोग किसको मदद लेगा? तो महाभारत में एक श्लोक है, so वेदा विभिन्ना स्मृतयो विभिन्ना नासो मुनिर्यस्य मतं न भिन्नं धर्मस्य तत्त्वं निहितं गुहायां महाजन येन गत स पंथः. तो वेदा विभिन्ना स्मृति, वेद और स्मृति विभिन्न बात करता है, और they speak in different languages, and even the pandits, even the people also, the shastrakar, even they also they speak in different languages. So Shankara tells only you have to give up all karmas and you should engage yourself in jnana nishta. And Ramanuja takes the opposite direction. So even the acharyas also tell differently. So whom should we look up to for guidance? So in the Mahabharata itself it is told Mahajana Yena Gata Sa Pantaha, where whatever the great people they have shown it in their life. So that is our example. So if you want to know what our duty is, you study the life of great men. So they may be in the spiritual field, they may be in any other field, but when you study the life of such great people, we can get some light for our own things. Say for example, in mother's life, there is one interesting incident. Once एक भक्त माँ के पास आया, माँ के पास बोला माँ मैं अभी जो काम कर रहा हूँ उधर मेरे को बहुत कुछ मिथ्या बातें बोलना पड़ता है, तो बट मैं तो अभी वो मिथ्या बोलने का मेरा अच्छा नहीं लगता है, सो मैं क्या करूँ? तो मैं सोच रहा हूँ मैं ये काम में छोड़ दूंगा। तो माँ बोलेगी देखो बेटा तुम्हारे पास परिवार है, so you have a family dependent upon you, and today if you leave that work, how will you feed them? So I would advise that you continue your work, you please adjust to the surroundings and try to find out some other job. And so that disciple went away. But those who were sitting next to the mother, they were all surprised. उन लोग का थोड़ा समझ में नहीं आया, अरे मदर क्यों माँ क्यों ऐसा बोली, उनको वो तो मिथ्या कथा बोलना नहीं चाहता था, और बट माँ बोली तुम उधर रहो, उधर वही काम में रहो, थोड़ा एडजस्ट कर कर चलो, और till you find another job. So then mother told, see now that person is hesitating to tell a lie. And just because he has to speak some untruth, he is very much worried. His conscience is pricking and he is coming to me for guidance. But tomorrow, if he loses his job and his family will be in dire straits, he will be unable to feed his family. And the same person who now hesitates to tell even a lie, then you won't think twice to even commit a murder or engage in some bigger theft. So circumstances vary from person to person. It is not that mother is encouraging him to tell a lie, but mother's advice is specific to that person's needs. So whether you have to follow ahimsa or you have to follow satya, again a contradictory things are there, which is scriptures, there are so many examples. So what I wanted to tell is, if we read the life of Thakur Mas Swamiji, if we read the life of the direct disciples and all the Sangha Gurus, then we will get very inspiring, very practical advice for our spiritual life and also for our daily life. Say for example, Swami Turiyananda Maharaj used to give an advice, in matters of principle, you stand firm as a rock, and in matters of convention, you flow with the tide. तो जो आदर्श को जो बात है उसको तुम कभी कॉम्प्रोमाइज मत करो, एंड जो कन्वेंशन का जो दैनंदिन का छोटा मोटा जो व्यवहार है उसके लिए तुम you try to compromise and adjust, but in matters of principle you stand firm. So we have to know the difference between these two. So that is one point. And regarding the duty as such, the Shastras clearly tell about the Chaturvarnayam Maya Shrishtam Guna Karma Vibhagasham. We have the Chaturvarnas, and which are based on your meant aptitude and your inclination, your guna and the karma, depending on your innate nature. It is not on your birth. So each one of us should realize our own nature. हम खुद को प्रश्न करना चाहिए, मेरा स्वभाव क्या है, and स्वभाव के अनुयायी हम लोग कर्म करना चाहिए. Yes, श्रेयाम स्वधर्मो विगुण परधर्मा स्वनिष्ठिता. हम लोग स्वभाव के विरुद्ध में कर्म करने से हम कर्म से हमको only loss comes to us. So we have to know our real nature and we should try to act according to our nature. And then we should, in the name of spirituality, we should not neglect our worldly duties also. In Karma Yoga, if you read again and again, it tells that devotion to duty is the highest worship. Swamiji in one place will tell, every duty is holy and the devotion to duty is the highest worship. Yatat pravriti bhutani yena sarvam idam tatam swakarmana tam abhyascharya siddhim vindati manava. In the Gita also Bhagavan tells. So no duty is great, no duty is small, no duty is sacred, no duty is secular. So duty is duty. It is our attitude with which we do that duty makes it sacred, makes it secular. It is our attitude which takes us towards God or it takes us away from God. So this bhava is very important. Our Shankaranand Maharaj used to quote this sloka, bhavena labate sarvam, bhavena deva darshanam, bhavena labate jnanam, tasmat bhava nalabha. So you should adopt a proper attitude towards work. So that's what this Karma Yoga will again and again tell, by treating every work as a worship. And in that respect, Swamiji gives a quotes Pauhari Baba and tells, let the end and the means be joined into one. So whatever work you do, you try to put your 100% of your mind into that work. It is a very simple practice. It is not very difficult to follow, and it is a spiritual also. You can do it at any time. It is not limited to a prayer. Or it's not that once you are working in a shrine और you have some duty of your ashram. बंकी महाराज कुछ आप लोग का काम दिया, वो काम आप पूरा मन देकर आप लोग काम करें. बट आपके घर में आपका बाबा माँ कुछ काम देता है, वो काम आप लोग इतना अटेंशन लेकर नहीं करते. So ऐसा एटीट्यूड नहीं रहना चाहिए. So irrespective of our duties, irrespective of even whether people are watching or not watching, Swamiji in another place will tell, even when no one is watching you, even when you are not accountable to anyone, but still are you doing the duty with the same nishtha, with the same concentration, with the same effort, then that duty itself will elevate you. Through the right performance of any duty has a tendency to make that person, elevate that person. से हम लोग जो साइंटिस्ट, जो हम लोग अल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन का बात करो, अब्दुल कलाम का बात करो, तो इन लोग सब उन लोग का कर्म के ऊपर वो लोग कर्म के वो लोग एक उपासना स्वरूप में परिणत किया. And because of that, they have evolved as a person and they become a source of inspiration to others also. So by karma yoga, in the name of spirituality, we should not neglect our responsibilities and we should not neglect our duties. And whatever duty that is comes to us, that is also important. Say suppose your life is like a cards. हम लोग जब cards खेलते हैं, जब everyone gets his set of cards, and we don't have a choice in what cards we get. But how well we use that card and play and win the game is our talent. It lies in our hands. Similarly, the life also gives hands some cards to us in terms of our parents, in terms of our upbringing, in terms of our innate abilities. So the life gives us some cards, our physical, mental abilities. But you may comply. The two attitudes you may take. You may sit and complain, oh, I am a very unlucky person. I am not being helped by others. You can blame the circumstances. You can blame other people. On the other hand, you can take that responsibility on yourself. You can tell, this is what I have got. I will try to make the best use of it. So one famous the management guru used to tell, the successful people, they don't get the best of everything, but they make the best use of whatever they get. So that attitude is very different, very important. And Banki Maharaj referred to my brief opportunity of doing seva to Most Revered Ranganathananji Maharaj. So I had fortunate to observe him in very close quarters. Once there are many instances. एक बार महाराज मेरे को बोला, एक उनका some 4-5 books तब बांग्लादेश का प्रेसिडेंट था बेगम कलीदास जिया. So कलीदास जिया मैडम को उनका बुक्स को भेजना था. तो महाराज बोला इसको तुम पैक करके ले आओ, मैं भेज देगा. तो मैं पैक किया. पैक कर मैं भेजने वाला था, तो महाराज बोला मैं उसको पैकेट को देखना चाहता हूँ, तुम मेरे पास ले आओ. एक्चुअली मैं उसको एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था महाराज उसको इंस्पेक्ट करेगा बोलकर. मेरा पता होने से मैं और थोड़ा अच्छा करता था. तो यही तो जो स्वामी जी बोल रहा है ना, अभी मेरा गुरुदेव वो देखेगा ऐसा सोचने से मैं बहुत केयरफुल लेकर बहुत अच्छा करता. जे तो मैं सोचा महाराज तो देखने वाला नहीं है, तो पोस्ट में जाकर देगा, इसको क्यों मैं करेगा, ऐसा जो काम किया. अभी तो मैं मुश्किल में पड़ गया. अभी महाराज के पास ले जाना पड़ेगा और टाइम तो नहीं मैं उसको मेकअप करेगा. वो पैकेट को ले जाकर महाराज के सामने रखा. तो महाराज देखा, what a shabby way in which you have packed. Will this packet go to the president of Bangladesh? What will she think about our organization, about our order? Can't you do it in a better way? Then I told Maharaj, you please give me another chance. And no, before that I told him, Maharaj, Bangladesh president, she won't see it. It will go to his office and someone, his office clerk will open it and he will keep the books before her. She is not going to open the packet. She may not even see the packet also. So what is the problem? And then he become very angry because तब तो मैं आप लोग की जैसे मैं ज्वाइन कर 3 मास ही हुआ था तो इसलिए मैं अब आर्ग्यू भी करता था तो अभी होने से तो ऐसा साहस भी नहीं आता तो मैं महाराज के यही बोला वो तो प्रेसिडेंट तो देखने वाला नहीं अभी ये पैकेट तो डिसेंट है इसको क्यों नहीं भेजे then Maharaj become angry then he told you don't have to do I will do it myself then I called our Maharaj secretary Sudarshan Maharaj and then he came and he convinced Maharaj you please you don't get agitated we will nicely pack it. And then we send that packet to Sarada Pit and Sarada Pit they do professional packing of the books and so they packed it and then it was placed before Maharaj and then now we become very happy and then he told yes this is how the work has to be done. So this is just a small instance but this gives the essential message of this chapter. So work by itself as it has neither big nor small, but our attitude towards work is good and every work has to be treated as a worship and we should give our 100% effort. We should not held ourselves back. We should not keep anything back. Whatever our entire energy, our entire capability should be focused on that work. And that requires concentration of mind, that requires concentration of your indriyas. So naturally this work will train your indriyas, it will train your mind. And that's what Swamiji tells, duty ensures self-discipline, duty means self-denial. So we have seen our mothers, हम लोग को माता जी लोग वो कर्तव्य को वजह से वो लोग कितना sacrifice करते हैं. So they don't feel the difficulty because they feel that the responsibility towards the family. So they are ready to sacrifice. They are ready to deny themselves. So when you do a thing as a duty, automatically this unselfishness, automatically this sacrifice, automatically this concentration, all these virtues, they come automatically. You don't have to sit and train your mind to concentrate, but in the course of your performance of your duties, all these virtues which are essential for spiritual life, they get manifested. Then another aspect of duty which Swamiji tells is you do not judge and no, just because say suppose some person may be given an opportunity to perform higher duties and maybe you may not get that position. So you should not be jealous of him. You should not criticize him. You should not backbite him. So jealousy should not be there. If a person is progressing well in life, then we should be happy for his success. Rather, that in that respect, Swamiji tells, you should not, no man can satisfactorily occupy a position for which he is not fit. Suppose if a person is doing his duties in a satisfactory manner, that means he has that capability. In some way or another, the nature has endowed him with that things. So he is able to do it. So we should not have some jealous. We should not compare ourselves with others. In this comparison also, Swamiji tells, you don't judge others from your standpoint. You are not the standard of the universe. So you may not like to do a thing in a particular way. That doesn't mean everyone has to follow that. So in most of the time we criticize other people because we think what our way of thinking is the right. हम लोग जो सोचते हैं वही ठीक है. इसलिए हम लोग और अन्य लोग को हम लोग criticize करते हैं. But Swamiji बोलता है you have a subjective attitude and always think try to see a thing from the standpoint of the opposite person also. And you try to see the thing through his eyes. So that way you won't criticize, that way you won't compare also. because the duty of one is not the duty of another. So you don't imitate. You don't imitate anyone. Just because your friend is like that, you don't have to imitate him in total. So imitation is not good. In this respect, one small story is that there is a cartoon. Actually, some of you might have seen a cartoon. There was a selection drive was going on, and जैसा आर्मी का ट्रायल सब होता है ऐसा ट्रायल एंड ट्रायल में पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए आया एक एलिफेंट has come, a monkey has come, a dog has come, a penguin has come. So like this different giraffe has come, different types of animals has come. So the instructor is telling, for the sake of fair selection, so all of you try to climb the tree. So all the animals were told, for you please try to climb the tree. So imagine a monkey can climb the tree effortlessly. A snake can climb the tree. How can an elephant will climb? So that doesn't mean that elephant is unfit and a monkey is the most fittest animal. So the criteria for selection, it cannot be uniform. So we have some certain criteria in spiritual life, in the worldly life also. We have our own set of things, and then through that prism we judge the people, and that standard we tell he is great, he is small, and we criticize, we backbite and do other things. So Swamiji tells, do not judge anyone, and do not judge by the nature of his work also. I'll finish it. I think time is over. And it's always try to see the duty from the standpoint of the other people. And finally, just before ending, I will just tell one thing. We should be very clear about the purpose and meaning of our life. Every youth at this stage of your life, जो हम लोग का जीवन का उद्देश्य क्या है और अर्थ क्या है, इसके लिए प्रत्येक लोग सोचना चाहिए जीवन का उद्देश्य और जीवन का अर्थ क्या है. इसका स्वामी जी का जय वाणी जीवन और वाणी को साध्य करेगा. स्वामी जी क्लियर कर्मयोग में बोला, द गोल ऑफ मैनकाइंड इज नॉट प्लेजर but knowledge. Knowledge is the goal of life. So whatever duty that it may be, it should be in the pursuit of knowledge, whether it is spiritual knowledge and the material knowledge. And so with these few words, I thank our Bankim Maharaj for inviting me and being a part of this program. मैं जब बेलूर मठ में था तब आप लोग बहुत लोग के साथ मिलने का मौका मिला. 2 बार मिला. प्रथम महाराज आप लोग को लेकर मठ में आया, थोड़ा मिला, तब फिर इसके बाद हम लोग का अलुमनी मीट था, तब भी आप लोग किसी से मिला. फिर जनवरी में मैं जब आश्रम में आया तब भी कुछ लोगों साथ मेरा मुलाकात हुई. एंड सब समय मेरा इंदौर का जो यूथ दे एक्टिविटीज बहुत ही अच्छा लगता है मेरे को. जब मैं बेलूर मठ में आया, हम लोग का जो असिस्टेंट सेक्रेटरी महाराज स्वामी बलभद्रन जी महाराज, जो ये यूथ एक्टिविटीज सब देखता है, मैं उनको भी बोला था, महाराज में इंदौर का आश्रम का एक्टिविटीज मेरा बहुत अच्छा लगता है, इसीलिए उधर का जो युवक आश्रम का एक अंग जैसे बन गया. वो लोग एक फैमिली जैसे, परिवार जैसे हो गया. ऐसा नहीं एक फॉर्मल उन लोग का, वो लोग आया क्लास लेकर चला गया, ऐसा फॉर्मल डीलिंग नहीं. दे हैव बिकम, जो बांग्ला में बोलता है ना, घरेर चले. दे हैव बिकम द सन्स ऑफ द आश्रम. द आश्रम हैज बिकम देयर होम. द फीलिंग ऑफ द बिलोंगिंगनेस, ये हम लोग का आश्रम है, ये हम लोग का काम है, ऐसा आप लोग सोचते हैं. इसका बहुत क्रेडिट हम लोग को विष्णु महाराज और बांकी महाराज और अन्य साधु लोग के देना चाहिए. तो ठाकुर स्वामी जी का प्रार्थना करता हूँ, आप लोग स्वामी जी का बातें पढ़कर ठीक ठीक मानुष हो जाइए, और हम लोग so make us proud so by your life. Thank you.
धन्यवाद महाराज जी. अब हम अपने अगले प्रश्नोत्तर सेशन की ओर बढ़ते हैं. किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन? अगर क्वेश्चन हो तो अपना माइक चालू करके क्वेश्चन कर सकते हैं। चलिए, पहला क्वेश्चन महाराज जी मैं ही कर लेता हूँ। महाराज जी, मैं जो वर्ड है, इससे मैं समझता हूँ अहंकार के लिए होता है मैं। तो स्वामी जी ने कर्मयोग में जो कच्चा में और पक्का में कहा है, और कच्चा में को धीरे धीरे समाप्त करते हुए पक्का में प्रतिष्ठित होना, तो ये समझ में नहीं आया थोड़ा।
एक तो ठाकुर भी बोलता है कच्चा आमी और पक्का आमी, the ripe ego and the unripe ego. So the unripe ego is full of all imperfections. हम लोग को जो काम क्रोध दे षड विकार जो बोलते हैं ना, काम क्रोध मद मात्सर्य, ये सब कच्चा आमी. It is full of, it is a limited entity. It is me, my body, my life. It is selfish. It is self-centered, and it cannot think about others. And Pakka Ami is that which is free from all these imperfections, which is free from all these shadow past, all these bondages. And the Pakami is that which is one with all existence. So the Kachami is a particular, and the Pakami is a universal. So when we are Kachami, when we are that unripe ego, then we collide with everyone. Our Ranganathanji Maharaj used to tell it's like a billiards ball. If you have seen the billiard ball, they will be colliding with all the other balls all the time. So as long as we have this unripe ego, so we cannot adjust with the surroundings, we cannot adjust with other people's, we are not peace with the world. And but what the Gita tells, Yaspano Dujate Loko, Lokarna Dujate Chaya. So he is a real bhakta who is not afraid of this world, neither the world is afraid of him. So if you are, the more you progress towards this rightness, so more all the good virtues come into you. That what the Gita tells about the Devi Sampad. So when you have the Ashuri Sampad, it is the Kacha. And when you have this Devi Sampad, when you replace this Ashura Sampad with the Devi Sampad, then you become a ripe ego. Then you become closer to God. When all the, you can say the unripe ego is covered with the dirt of Ajnana. And the ripe ego is that dirt covering is becoming thinner and thinner and thinner. जो आवरण है वो आवरण थोड़ा पतला होते जा रहा है. जब पूरा वो आवरण ही चले जाता है, जब दिस आत्मा और परमात्मा एक ही हो जाता है, जब जो अमी जे है, जो अमी नाश हो जाता है. जो स्वामी जी का जो मुंडकोपनिषद का 2 पाकी का जो गल्प है, छोटा एकटा पाकी नीचे रहता है, एकटा पाकी ऊपर रहता है, दे द्वा सुपर्णा सयुजा सकाया. उसको सोचिए, पहले पाकी जो दोनों कच्चा फल मीठा फल खाता है, सुख दुख भोग करता है, वो कच्चा. जब ये इसकी भोग करने से वो जो ज्ञान मिलता है, धीरे 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 वो उस ऊपर की साथ चला जाता है, तब एक साथ हो जाता है, एक ही भूत हो जाता है, तब वो पक्का अमी हो जाता है. वो स्टेट में वो अमित्व ही नाश हो जाता है. थैंक्स.
धन्यवाद महाराज जी. और किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन? गार्गी दीदी से निवेदन करूंगा, अपना क्वेश्चन करें.
Pranam Maharaj. The question I had was like you had given the instance of your life wherein you were serving Swami Ranganatha Nandaji Maharaj, and you had said how there was lack of diligence and which you have realized later. When I see my life, I can see that this lack of diligence in work is also there. I often have a tendency to kind of not do the work with 100% perfection. So how did you like bring it, or how shall we implement it in our life, knowing that yes, we should be whatever simplest form of work we do, be it our day-to-day life, be it the work we do in a job, how to bring that perfection and diligence in work, or how to bring that bhava in us.
Yes. In fact, if you remember Swamiji's definition, education is the manifestation of perfection already in man. So the perfection is already in you. You are already perfect. It's not that you have to become perfect. You are perfect, but only during the course of manifestation, all this imperfection comes. Where this imperfection, it is at the level of your intellect, it is at the level of your mind, it is at the level of your all organs of action. So at these levels, there are imperfection. So what is education, Swamiji tells? It is the manifestation of perfection. So this education is a lifelong process. So when you want to become perfect, you should try to achieve perfection at all these levels, at the level of your intellectual level, mental level, emotional level, physical level, and mental and moral levels. And it is not a one-day process, it is a lifelong process. So there is, if you make perfection your goal, then your life will be a continuous quest. So it will be you cannot rest content. You cannot say, yes, now I am perfect. You can never become perfect. It is a continuous quest. There is always some more things to be achieved in life. So the first thing is to have a sportsmanship spirit and not to be dejected, disappointed by the inevitable lapses on our part. Accept it and try to do it better the next time. So it's a keep continuous quest, charai vaiti as they say, and only by continuous lifelong quest we will attain perfection. But if you look back, certainly we can say 2 years before I was not so perfect, now I am better. So if I continue, I will be still a better and better and better person in days to come. So that's how we have to go about it.
Pranam, thank you, Maharaj.
और किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन?
महाराज प्रणाम
नमस्कार
जी। महाराज हम लोग जब प्रैक्टिकल वर्ल्ड में कार्य करते हैं तो कितनी बार सिचुएशंस होती है और उसके अनुसार हमारी रिएक्शंस भी आवश्यक होती है स्थिति के अनुसार। तो उसमें अब उस रिएक्शन का सामने वाले पे नेगेटिव प्रभाव भी पड़ता है और हमारे अंदर भी नेगेटिव भाव होते हैं, तो वो कच्चा मैं वहां पर वापस जागृत होता है। तो उस स्थिति में एक हमारा कर्तव्य डिमांड करता है कि हमें उसको रोकना चाहिए, तो रोकना चाहिए ही निश्चित, लेकिन वो कच्चा मैं नहीं हो उसको कैसे करें महाराज?
स्वामी जी जो ये कर्मयोग के ये चैप्टर में एक बात बोलेंगे, द हाईएस्ट एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ फ्रीडम इज टू फॉरबियर। द सहन करना इज द हाईएस्ट एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ फ्रीडम इज टू फॉरबियर। सो ठाकुर जी बोलते शाह जे टू not to react, the ability to digest all the negative things thrown at you by the surroundings, by the external environment. So that requires some spiritual strength, that requires emotional maturity, not to react, and that is a sign of strength. So that's what Swamiji, Thakur Ma, you see mother's life, it is a classic example of forbearance. And when we speak about our own condition, you just read mother's life, in what circumstances mother has to live, what sort of relatives and the vagaries which she has to put up with. And there you will see the perfect example. But mother does not react easily, even if they are acting in a very mean manner. Say mother was, you know, that when she was deserted by his relatives, they were going to Dakshineshwar on road and it was becoming evening, and his relatives left her because they feared dacoits will come and assault them, and mother was left alone. And how the robber couple came to mother and how mother could make friends with them. But after that incident, throughout her life, So many times people question their mother, why did they leave you and go? Your own relatives like Lakshmi Devi and all, they left you, why did they do it? But mother never blamed them. Mother never found fault with them. Rather, she always presented them in a charitable light. So if you look at mother's life and give us a lot of things. So what I wish to say is, it is by increasing forbearance, and one thing is you try to understand it from their viewpoint, why they are telling. And second thing is you increase your own strength, that is in your hands. Swamiji gives the example of a rhino. You know that mosquitoes used to come and sit on the rhino's horn, and after a long time the mosquitoes tell, maybe we are disturbing you. Then so rhino told, no, I didn't even, I was not even aware that you were present sitting on my horn. Why you bring your own family and sit on my horn? It means nothing to me. So Swamiji cites that as an example of strength. So when we are physically, mentally, spiritually strong, then we won't react to the negativities that we find around them. They won't affect us. Sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purvakam chinta vilapa rahitam sa titiksha nigatyate. In the Viveka Chudamani, Shankaracharya tells titiksha is one of the virtues of a spiritual aspirant, where you put up with all the dukkhas without chinta vilaparahitam, without even become mentally morose. So that is the spiritual quality which we have to develop. And then we know that example of a sadhu. He found a scorpion which was drowning, and he tried to pick it up with his hands and placed it on the steps, and it bit him during that process, and again it fell, again he took it, again he was bitten. But he tells it is the dharma of the scorpion to bite, and it is my dharma to save it. So like this, you have to adopt an attitude. They are acting in an uncultured manner. They are giving expression for the unripe ego. But I won't go to their level. I will give expression to my ripe ego. It is my spiritual practice. So I won't lower my standards. Swamiji will tell, yeah, all these virtues like truth, truthfulness, unselfishness, this savishnata, these things are your own assets. They are your own, your sampata. They are your wealth. So you don't compromise on that, and you don't exchange it for other things. You don't go down to their level. So this, having such an attitude is spirituality. Nivedita will tell character is spirituality. So developing these qualities in you, you are just indulging in spiritual practices. It is spirituality. You have to take that attitude. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj ji.
एक अंतिम प्रश्न और ले लेते हैं, किसी का कोई प्रश्न हो तो। चलिए, अंतिम प्रश्न भी महाराज जी मैं ही ले लेता हूँ। महाराज जी, स्वामी जी ने कहा है कि पहले तो हमें जन्म से प्राप्त कर्तव्य को करना चाहिए, और उसे कर चुकने के बाद समाज जीवन में हमारे पद के अनुसार जो कर्तव्य हो उसे संपन्न करना चाहिए। तो ये जन्म से प्राप्त कर्तव्य कौन से है, और इन्हें कर चुकने के बाद तो क्या ये समाप्त हो जाएंगे जो हम उसके बाद फिर अपने पदानुसार कर्तव्य करें?
अभी हम लोग का जन्म की जो प्राप्त कर्तव्य, so one thing is जे चतुर्वर्ग, जे ब्रह्मचर्य, गृहस्थ, वानप्रस्थ, sannyasi. So whatever, if a student life, you have the respective duties, so you have to fulfill the duties. And then comes the grahastha, you have to fulfill the duties. One thing is you have to fulfill the duties according to your ashrama, so that you have to fulfill. And so your duties as a student, your duties as a son, then rather when you become an householder, that corresponding duties that you have to fulfill. But at all the time, we should also remember that is not the only thing in our life. We have not come to this world only to fulfill such mundane duties of the world. We have some higher kartavyas also. What the Thakur tell, Manush Jivaner Uddesha Hoche Bhagwan Love. The aim for human life is God realization is the purpose of life. It is the aim of life. So we should not lose sight of that higher duty also. We have our lower duties and we have our higher duties, if I have to say. Or rather than telling lower or higher, we have duties at the mundane level, at the level of the worldly things, and we have also duties of our original duties, our actual duties. The actual duty of everyone is God realization. Or if you want to tell in the Shastra way, it is Abhyudaya and Nishrayasa. We have two duties. One is Abhyudaya is we have to try to acquire all material goodness, the duties in our material world. So that corresponding to our station of life, we have our Abhyudaya. And then at every stage of life, we should also have a duties towards Nishrayasa, our supreme welfare. So that also we should not lose sight of. So all our endeavor should not remain confined only at the material level. So we have our duties at the spiritual level also. So this Abhyudaya and the Nishrayasa, they have to go side by side. It's not that you will engage yourself in Abhyudaya and then you will follow Nishrayasa. Or if you want to tell Dharma, Artha and Kama, they come under this Abhyudaya. And the Moksha is the Nishrayasa. And according to your duty, Brahmacharya, Gradastha and all, you will follow Dharma, Artha and Kama. But this Moksha ideal also should not be lost sight of. Rather, you should always keep that in your background. And that will be your ultimate goal. It is for that you are doing all these things. Or rather, by doing these duties in a perfect way, it will take you towards this moksha. Thank you.
पर महाराज जी एक प्रैक्टिकल प्रॉब्लम ये आती है इसमें कि हर कोई चाहता है कि मतलब स्वामी विवेकानंद हो, भगत सिंह हो, पर हमारे घर में नहीं हो। तो यहाँ हमें वो संतुलन बनाना है। जन्म से तो मैं पुत्र हूँ, मुझे पुत्र का भी कर्तव्य निभाना है, भाई का भी निभाना है, फिर पति का भी निभाना है। तो ये संतुलन बड़ा मुश्किल होता है प्रैक्टिकली।
मुश्किल होता है, but ठाकुर एक कथा बोलता है, ठाकुर tells, if a person is sincere, then everything becomes favorable to you. In fact, in the gospel you will find, you will tell Master Mahashai that Master Mahashai's wife was not very much inclined towards spirituality, and his family conditions were also not very favorable. And because of that, Master Mahashai has to, he was very much disturbed. And then Thakur tells, if your wife stands in the way of your God, spiritual realization, such a wife should be renounced. She is an obstacle. And then Master Mahashai become very much disturbed. He become very sad. Then Thakur slowly approaches him and quietly goes and tells, but let me tell you, if you are really sincere, then everything will become favorable. Your wife will help you, your family conditions will become favorable. But the main thing is your sincerity. When they find you sincere in your life, sincere in your ideas, then today, sooner or later, everyone will come to help you. The entire nature itself will arrange itself in such a way to make your path easier. But for that, two things are necessary: sincere effort on your part and prayer to them. Prayer to Thakur for making your spiritual life smoother, and praying to him for showing the guidance to guide you. So prayer and Purushartha and divine grace. These two things will help our path easier.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. हरिः ओम तत्सत्। श्री राम कृष्णार्पणमस्तु।